Let's come back to this savings tab and notice that we now are not just savings, we now have added the separate category. So I'm going to double click on that tab and change the title to categories. Also, I would like to put the cash category up by the savings again. So I'm going to cut and paste. So Control Z, because I want to completely get rid of it. Now I will come up to cell D1 and I will paste Control V. And when I click here, it's not going to automatically rescale the column width because of this merged cell. So I'm going to manually do it. And then when you click in these rows, the cells that were a little large, it will then rescale them to the right size. So now we have our savings and our cash. Let's go back to the January 2024 tab. When we copied and pasted, I'm not sure if we had removed the total, but I just want to make sure that you have it removed. So if not, you can highlight it and we can clear that. Clear all. Okay, so now we have the January. I'm going to add a little bit of formatting to make this look nicer. So I'm going to put borders around everything. I will, on my header, I'm just going to gray. I'm going to put it in the center, and I'm going to put a bold around the header. I'll put a bold around the entire monthly in, and then I'm going to put a bold around the entire monthly out. Okay, so that looks better. Now what we're going to do is we're going to play with this sort. In the last part, we played with the find. Now we'll play with the sort. So if I sort, let me just make these 3,000. I'm going to change this to 4,000 for a bit. Okay, so if I just hit sort and I hit sort A to Z, nothing happens because when you hit sort, it's going to look at the first column and it's going to sort. And when I said A to Z, that means smallest to largest, and these are already sorted in the smallest to largest. But if I'm going to click everything, if I hit sort largest to smallest, it's going to put the 4,000 first. Now notice what it also did. It also changed the savings 1 and 2 because it completely flipped these rows. The problem is that the money in rows and the money out rows are not paired. So I'm going to Control Z to get out of that. It's back to savings 1 and savings 2. I just want to sort the money out stuff. So I'm going to highlight those 3. And now I'll click sort. And I'll sort, I'll just say smallest to largest. And it picked the first column that's highlighted, which is the money out, and it put the 0 first. And so the smallest monthly money out budget item was $0, and then it was $1,200 as the largest. Still highlighting B to D, if I sort largest to smallest, now the 1,200 is first and the 0 is last down here. Also notice though, this didn't change, and that's because I had only selected B, C, and D. Okay, now what I might like to do, this is a little confusing because the types are all over the place. So let me highlight B, C, and D. If you just say sort, it's going to pick the first column that's in the selection to sort by. But I want to sort by type, which is not the first column, it's the middle. So I'm going to do a custom sort, and the custom sort is going to be on the type column. Do we want it Z to A or A to Z? I don't care. It doesn't matter. They're just categories. Okay, so we have the B first, then the C, then the D, then the S. Okay. Now, I'm going to show you something that doesn't work and ask you a question why and see if you can figure it out. So I now have it sorted with bills, but within the bills, I would like to sort it by monthly money out from smallest to largest. So I'll highlight B, C, and D, and I'll click Sort, Custom Sort, first by type, but then after by type, I want to sort it by monthly money out. So I'm going to add a level. Monthly money out, smallest to largest. Now, I'm going to click OK, and nothing's going to happen. I told it to look at the bills, look at the type, sort by type, and then sort by monthly money out, and nothing happened, which is weird because that is not sorted smallest to largest. But the thing is, it's not seeing all of these as bills. It's seeing bills 1, bills 2 is as different from bills 1 and cash 1. It's a different name. It doesn't know that these are all the same thing. So I'm going to type bills. These are all the same thing. Type it, and I'm going to bring it down. And I'm going to do that for my 4 categories because I want it to see these categories as all being the same. All right. So now I have 4 types. And now I can come back, select B, C, and D, and I can sort, custom sort, first by type, then by monthly money out. So at first it gets it sorted by type, then monthly money out, smallest to largest. And notice for the bills, it goes smallest to largest. For the cash, it goes smallest to largest. And so, and for the debt, yep, the largest debt is $780. So it did that nice nesting sort. It never touched this because that part wasn't highlighted. In the next video, we'll learn another way to work with sorting data.